Welcome to Reduce Blood Pressure XYZ, a place where we teach you on how to live a long life. Today, we are looking at the word hypertension or high blood pressure. My questions are, do you suffer from high blood pressure? Do you feel like this silent killer might be stalking you? Have you been diagnosed or pre-hypertension and hypertension? My advice is, don't waste one more minute waiting for your first heart attack before doing something about your high blood pressure, hypertension or pre-hypertensive condition. Nearly 1 in 3 adults in the whole world suffer from high blood pressure, and only 1 in 3 adults are actually aware that they have it. If you are tired of waking up tired, then you need to listen carefully and learn more about how to reduce blood pressure naturally. Learn all about how to avoid drugs with nasty side effects and prevent or even reverse the physiological factors that lead to this sometimes fatal chronic condition. High blood pressure leads to heart attacks and cardiovascular disease. Nearly 70% of people suffer their first heart attack as a result of skyrocketing blood pressure. Don't wait one more minute waiting for your first heart attack before doing something about your high blood pressure, hypertension or pre-hypertensive condition. From the desk of Dr. Alasola Coker. Telephone number 0803-308-0227 or 080923048007. Whenever you visit a doctor, what is the first thing that he or she does? Your doctor takes your blood pressure. Your doctor does this no matter what your other symptoms are, and you may have wondered why this is always the case. In fact, you might even be asking, what does my blood pressure have to do with my health? Quote, the answer is absolutely everything. That is why your doctor is so vigilant about taking your blood pressure right away. High blood pressure is a silent killer, and it is an invisible daily slayer of millions of people all across the world. I know, because I almost died a few years ago as the result of having undiagnosed high blood pressure. I had a heart attack. I was quite astounded when I learned that it could have actually been prevented if only I had paid some attention to the red flags that my personal history and lifestyle habits were raising about my health. Do you have a history of heart attacks in your family? Then you need to continue listening carefully and download a copy of Reducing Blood Pressure Naturally. In the ebook, you should expect what I am about to mention, explaining in simplistic yet accurate terms exactly what high blood pressure is and how it affects your health. How to understand how doctors measure your blood pressure. A complete explanation of systolic blood pressure and how it is measured. An explanation of how diastolic pressure is measured and why it is considered to be the most important blood pressure measurement by medical professionals. A discussion of what normal blood pressure is considered to be for a non-stressed adult. Definitions of high blood pressure, hypertension and pre-hypertension, so you understand exactly what these three things are. Definitions of the different types of hypertension, including stage 1 and stage 2. Why high blood pressure is often called the silent killer. How being seriously overweight or obese can contribute to high blood pressure. How sleep apnea, stopping breathing while snoring, is considered to be a contributing factor that can cause high blood pressure. How being a couch potato leads to a raise in blood pressure even though you are inactive. A discussion about how the chemicals in tobacco and anything else you might be smoking can cause you to develop a case of high blood pressure. How your family history can contribute to a predisposition to developing high blood pressure and what you can do about it. How stress can cause you to develop a severe case of high blood pressure. How eating too much salt can cause your blood pressure to skyrocket. How low levels of potassium in the body can contribute to high blood pressure. How excessive alcohol consumption can also put you at severe risk for the heart problems that are caused by high blood pressure. And a lot more information that is absolutely persistent to understanding this sometimes complex condition. The reason that high blood pressure is so hard to diagnose or be aware of sometimes is because the symptoms mimic so many other common Innocent ailments that do not threaten your health. Is that nosebleed you had yesterday just a nosebleed or something more serious? Is it hypertension? In reducing blood pressure naturally, I go into great detail about the symptoms of hypertension, pre-hypertension and high blood pressure. I discuss how persistent unexplained nosebleeds can indicate a high blood pressure problem this year. Why dizzy spells might indicate blood pressure problems. How chronic headaches may have nothing to do with changes in weather pressure or sinus problems but actually be caused by high blood pressure. Is that blurred vision, failing eyesight, or a pre-hypertension symptom? Why feeling weak might be more than just a symptom of tiredness. Why you should never ignore any feeling of numbness anywhere in your body. Why that persistent nausea may not be due to a digestive upset. The difference between having clogged arteries and high blood pressure, yet how the two conditions can actually be related. How problems with your kidneys can be attributed to high blood pressure. How painful leg cramps can be a symptom that you are suffering from high blood pressure. Where you can get your blood pressure checked regularly. Why you should insist that your doctor always check your blood pressure even if you have no overt symptoms. A discussion of what secondary hypertension is defined as and the pre-existing diseases it is associated with. How some people who have high blood pressure suffer from no symptoms at all and why this is absolutely the deadliest type of high blood pressure problem to have. How diuretics are prescribed by doctors to help reduce your blood pressure and how they cause loss of appetite and fatigue. How the beta blockers that are prescribed to reduce the workload on your heart lower your blood pressure but also cause annoying side effects such as depression, lack of libido and depression. A description of the nasty side effects. ACE inhibitors, angiotensin converting enzyme, prescribed by doctors including coughs, rashes and a metallic taste in the mouth. How taking renin inhibitors prescribed for high blood pressure can harm your health and cause facial swelling and allergic reactions in some people. How taking the calcium channel blockers prescribed for hypertension can cause fluid buildup in the legs and a rapid heartbeat. How the alpha-beta blocker known as Coreg can cause nightmares and depression in high blood pressure sufferers. Why minoxidil, prescribed as a vasodilator for high blood pressure, is problematic when it causes excessive hair growth on the face. Where to buy a blood pressure monitoring device that you can use at home. Sometimes people are prescribed as many as 4 drugs at a time when they have high blood pressure, because doctors know that it can be a fatal condition. Unfortunately, this also means being constantly sick with the side effects from these drugs. Still, most doctors would rather see you suffer with side effects rather than not deal with your high blood pressure. The simple fact is that there is not one single millimeter of your body that is safe from damage if you have high blood pressure problems. Every capillary, artery or vein in your body is at risk and can fail at any time and furthermore cause failure to the major organs in your body if you do not make the lifestyle changes necessary to prevent the inevitable. In reducing blood pressure naturally, I describe the consequences of the disease, including how high blood pressure can lead to a fatal heart attack, the mechanism of the heart attack and what makes the heart give up on pumping blood through your system this year. How high blood pressure leads to the stiffening of the heart muscle. How high blood pressure can lead to the enlargement of the heart. How the condition can lead to a disabling disorder of the brain called vascular dementia. How memory loss, confusion and sometimes loss of speech can get worse over time thanks to blood vessel disorders. How high blood pressure can lead to kidney problems and kidney failure. How high blood pressure can eventually lead to a toxic bloodstream full of circulating poisons. How the condition can lead to burst blood vessel in the eye as well as blindness. Why high blood pressure leads to swollen ankles. How high blood pressure makes your heart less efficient so that blood accumulates in places in your body where it absolutely shouldn't. How high blood pressure causes the cramping and narrowing of the arteries characterized by the potentially very serious condition called peripheral arterial disease. How high blood pressure can lead to impotence in men. How high blood pressure can contribute to a high-risk pregnancy. Why it could be a fatal decision to take hormone replacement therapy if you have high blood pressure. Why people with high blood pressure should avoid taking birth control pills. How having blood pressure can be a contributing factor when it comes to causing diabetes and make the condition worse if you already have a blood sugar disorder. A discussion of diseases and conditions like renal stenosis, renal disease and aortic coarctation that can have high blood pressure as a symptom this year. After reading all of this depressing information about hypertension and the side effects of the drugs that cause it, you must be wondering if there is a better way to deal with it all. The truth is that the only way to prevent or reverse this condition is to make the lifestyle and diet changes necessary to alter the situation. This also means taking supplements, herbs and alternative therapies to cure the condition. I found when I was writing this e-book that there was a lot of information out there that was not necessarily correct. When I sat down to write Reducing Blood Pressure Naturally, I took some care to write it in the simplest, clearest and most concise way possible, so that you can understand what is going on with your health and make well-informed choices about how you would like to take charge of your health. I also included a lot of user-friendly diagrams and charts to help you navigate your way through the lifestyle and diet changes that you are going to need to make to address the challenges that go with having high blood pressure issues directly. In Reducing Blood Pressure Naturally, I discuss such alternative treatments and lifestyle changes that are known to successfully deal with pre-hypertension and high blood pressure, including why it is absolutely crucial that you lose weight as a frontline first-step treatment to dealing with blood pressure issues, where to find a reliable website that will tell you what you should weigh and how much energy you need to use a day in order to stay healthy so you can address your particular situation. All about the DASH diet, which is specifically recommended by the American Heart Association and the National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute for reducing blood pressure. The secret to lowering your blood pressure in just 14 days. A chart that tells you the sources of potassium-rich foods that can help lower your blood pressure. A rundown of the exercises and activities that can help you dump the weight that can cause high blood pressure. How to work out more during the day simply by practicing your usual daily activities. Substitutes you can use for salt in your diet that can help lower your blood pressure. Resources that you can find online and locally that can help you quit smoking to help reduce your danger of developing high blood pressure. How yoga can help keep your stress levels under control. How learning to control your breath can help reduce your stress and hypertension. How meditation and creative visualization can also be used to prevent high blood pressure. The trace minerals that you need to take to help smooth your blood vessels. The important role that magnesium plays in keeping your heart and blood pressure healthy. A chart that gives you the natural sources of foods that are rich in magnesium this year. The role that this important cofactor can play in strengthening the heart and reducing hypertension. An explanation of how garlic can work to help reduce your high blood pressure. A discussion of whether or not it is appropriate to use hawthorn to reduce your blood pressure. How fish oils can work to help reduce blood pressure for hypertension sufferers. How to use this common Indian spice to reduce blood pressure. How to use lemon juice as a treatment for high blood pressure. The miracle of Indian gooseberry and how it can be used to help hypertension. The special seeds that you can snack on that are also good for high blood pressure. And many more suggestions and solutions for helping deal with this common health problem. Hypertension does not go away on its own. Take charge of your cardiovascular health. Don't wait until you actually have a heart attack. Do something about this reversible health condition right now. If the suggestions put forth in this report don't help you to take practical and easy steps towards preventing the factors that lead to this sometimes fatal condition, as quickly as you want them to. I'll refund 100% of your purchase price. No questions asked. Why am I taking all the risk on myself? Because I believe in the methods that I have written about in reducing blood pressure naturally. I believe they work. I know they work. I have tried them all. I believe in the results I've gotten for thousands of people. And because of that, I believe that this method will work for you. Get all the information I mentioned for just 2,000 naira or $5 US. The value of the information you are getting for 2,000 naira is worth more than 200,000 naira. Get it now for 2,000 naira limited time offer. Visit www.reducebloodpressurexyz